Did you know that it is a sin now in America to be a Christian? That being a person of faith is not acceptable in this country? I know that sounds crazy, but the more I live, the more each day passes, the more I realize that this is where we are now in this country. Gospel singer and minister of the gospel, Donnie McClurkin, was recently uninvited from singing at an event to honor the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington. Mayor Gray chose to uninvite Donnie McClurkin because Donnie McClurkin in the past has commented on how he had been molested as a child and then began to live the lifestyle of a homosexual. But then God delivered him from homosexuality. Because he made that comment that he had been delivered from the sin of homosexuality, the mayor decided that it was just not appropriate to have Donnie McClurkin participate in this event honoring the March on Washington. Why is it that people of faith are not allowed to speak about their faith? Why are they not allowed to share their personal testimony of what God has done for them and what they know God can do for other people? Why is it that they are discriminated against when they simply speak, not out of hate, but out of love and out of their personal experience? This is where we are in this country. I shared recently about the Air Force chaplain who was being punished because he wrote an essay about the fact that there were no atheists in foxholes. Some atheists got offended by it, wanted to punish him, not just have him remove the article, but they still like to punish this chaplain for speaking about his faith, for doing his job, for writing something that was not hateful at all. So this mayor, who's a Democrat, has decided that Donnie McClurkin is not welcome. Now I found out about this on Facebook when an acquaintance posted a link, and I commented that Christians need to understand that the left continually seeks to undermine our faith, to strip away those things that matter so much to people of faith. And so why Christians would support Democrats, why Christians would support the left, why black Christians in particular in such large numbers would support the left is beside me. And this person who put this on Facebook, I'm rather sure is a Democrat. And so I wanted to point out the fact this is what Democrats do. They undermine our faith. They have no interest in preserving or honoring what matters most to us. So why do people of faith continue to support these people? It's beyond me, and we need to wake up. He commented back that nobody should take anyone's vote for granted. He then commented on a speech that I gave concerning the GOP and the black community. He commented that although he did not agree with most of what I said, that I was an asset to my party or something like that. It was something positive, but it was wrapped in this comment that he did not agree with most of what I said. And no offense to the brother, but I commented back, what in particular do you not agree with concerning my speech about the GOP and the black community, in which I talked about the value of the conservative message for the black community, for America, and for the black community in particular. So I asked the question. I didn't get a response. And this is the frustrating aspect of dealing with some people on the left. This is something that I deal with sometimes when posing questions to the black community, because the black community in large numbers continue to support the left. And yet when you try to engage them in conversation, when you start talking about the fact that many of the things that we believe socially and fiscally, or many of the things that would serve us well fiscally and of course socially, we refuse to accept because we're married somehow to the left. But I got no response. And again, that's the frustrating part. Listen, if we're going to move forward, why don't we start with honest dialogue? Why can't we respond one to another? And if you don't have an answer, if you're just supporting blindly because that's all you've ever done, then why don't you just get honest with yourself and say that, you know what, I don't really care about the issues. I'm just going to support the left because that's what we do. Just be honest. And if you care about your community, then be willing to have that conversation. Donnie McClurkin was a victim of what the left does, and that is undermine faith. So if you are a person of faith, then you need to examine what you're throwing your support behind. I heard some preachers say once that they left the left some preachers, they left the left when they realized that what they were preaching on Sunday, they were going into church on Sunday, on the pulpit on Sunday, and they were preaching things that were true, things that were gospel. And then on Tuesday, they were going into a voting booth and they were voting for people and policies that were the exact opposite of what they knew in their heart to be right. So I'm appealing to people of faith. I'm appealing to black people of faith. I'm appealing to all people of faith. It should not be a crime or a sin to be a Christian. We need to not apologize for what we believe in, and we also need to not support people who undermine our faith. And that has got to be more important than any political party. And if it's not, then we have to self-examine what really matters to us. You answer the question, and let's converse about it.